I don't know if we're that weird.
You're like, not yet. Would you ever do just like a reality show, like with your fiance and just like a blended thing, just about you, like you've seen?
No, I mean, it's very intrusive and a lot of exposure. I would rather do a business minded type of a show, an entrepreneurial type of a show, a female network type of show. But you know what? I never know. It would have to be the right platform.
Is there a part of this business, like the entertainment business, that like you haven't done that you still want to try? I mean, I know you're focused on other
I mean,
things.
no, I know. I mean, I've done so many different things in my career. I've enjoyed it so much. I never know, but I'm open, I'm really open. I love to be on talk. I love to interview people. I love live events, live shows. I'd love to do a cooking show like at home that I would do. I'm working on a book this year as well. That's really just going to be about the fabulous 50s and, the next chapter of life and body confidence and that sort of thing. But I think I'd like to do a cooking book, a cookbook, just sort of about love and the nucleus of sense memory and family recipes, and like everything that happens in my home and in my life is really happens in the kitchen.
Do you have a favorite dish that you cook? I mean, I'm not a cook at all, but like, do you have a specialty?
So many things. Like tonight, my daughter and I will make poke. We'll do like a raw fish poke bowl with spice and herbs and nuts and that sort of thing. I love to make pastas and sauces and Middle Eastern food and like all kinds of stuff. We make everything. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen in my house.
That's like that's like your favorite room.
Yeah.
So talk to me about True Niagen Immune. Explain what it is for everyone listening.
No, and yeah, I've been taking True Niagen for 5 years, which is amazing, and it really, boosts your NAD levels. So we're born with NAD. We produce less and less after the age of 40. It's something that we need. It's a supplement for your cells, so it improves your cellular metabolism. I'm really excited because the True Niagen Immune just came out, and that is basically the first to market of an immune supplement with an NAD booster. So it has in it the things that I've been taking, which most of us have for the last few years: vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, really high quality products, even a turmeric component, a D3 that comes from algae. So it's all these things that we need to build our immune system, cellular repair. It's a feel-good supplement. There's a ton of, of research behind it. I'm a little bit geeky in the science department, so I'm really into NAD. I know you said that you were as well. They just got the seal of approval from Goop, but it's nice to have a supplement that you could take that has all of these things that we need. And when times are stressful, improving NAD levels is a really good thing. People weren't really talking about NAD before. True Niagen helps sort of, boost those NAD levels, right? It's not like we're taking NAD. So it's really interesting. It's real. I've been taking it faithfully for 5 years and I love it. So you're going to take a supplement, cellular metabolism, like cellular health. I think this is it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't take much and I never really knew what NAD plus was. And then one day I did, and I do lots of other things to remain as youthful as possible. It's just, It is. And I'm like, why wouldn't I want to try this?
Yeah.
And it really, right? It's just.
Yeah, no. I agree. I mean, it supports healthy aging, right? So it supports heart health in conjunction with exercise. It improves your NAD levels. So there's all of these things that are happening that we take for granted that we have available naturally to us when we're younger. And as we begin to age, we have to tweak the system a little bit. We have to manipulate it a little bit. So I take it every day and sometimes too. So the new True Niagen Immune is meant to work in conjunction with the True Niagen Blue Bottle. So I've been taking that one. I take a couple a day, sometimes more if I need it. But why not? We want all the love and help we can get, right?
Listen, I feel anyone that criticizes is like 22 and you're like, say what you want, but there's other things I do to remain youthful. So why not this?
Everyone in my circle is taking it. If you're 35, 40 plus, everybody I know is taking it. And they've made it really easy. And they've really simplified it now with the True Niagen Immune, because you've got all these other things. Like I usually have everything laid out, right? Everything's divided in my little vitamin pack. And that's what I'm taking: C, D, zinc, and curcumin. and my NADs. So now they've combined them together. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And they're the first one to do that.
Wow. Right. Like the less you need to take and have it all in one place.
Make life
the
easy
better.
and let's feel better.
Listen, we all need our energy, right? Like you work hard on your businesses. I want to say also because, there's so many like Hollywood divorces and there's so much BS that you hear. Like, I think, like you and like David Charvet, like the way you guys, it was just such a, like you were so successfully co-parenting and like, how do you do that? There's a lot of divorce in my family that didn't go so well. And like, what advice, right? And like, what advice do you want to give to people out there? Because like divorce gets messy for a lot of people. And especially when there's kids involved in co-parenting, doesn't really happen very easily.
It does, well said. I mean, happens to everyone in the family. It's not just the parents. Everybody gets a divorce, let me define that a little bit, because it's not that you're divorcing your children, but I mean, everybody sort of goes through it. So David and I really chose to take the high road for our kids. We also have a deep love and a long history, and we've known each other since we were 21 and 22. And yeah, maybe we weren't great as husband and wife in that role, but we are friends and we have a mutual respect, and we raise our kids together, and we do everything for the better good of our children. And then we also meet each other with honesty, in our own process of change. And I've had to sort of redesign my life and reinvent what I thought love looked like a couple times. So I would just tell people that, like, have a better working relationship divorce than you did when you were married, or you'd still be married, right? And it is possible. And communicate and just have boundaries and, define what you need. And I think that communication is such a big part of it. And I know it's easier said than done. Not everybody's that lucky, but defining boundaries and, be a peacemaker. I'm a peacemaker. I try. I try.
I mean, that's good advice, right? Like,
be a peacemaker in life, right? Like,
just be a peacemaker, guys. Like, there's a lot going on out there, right?
Jeez.
Do you have any wedding plans? I mean, I know you're engaged now, like anything. What can you tell us about your upcoming wedding? Is there anything planned?
Nothing yet. I mean, it's been pandemic, like nothing yet. Next year. Hopefully.
What's the rush, right?
It's just a weird time,
Do you want to have like a big wedding? Like, do you know, or you haven't really thought that much into
Well,
it?
I didn't before. So I think our daughters are pushing for that.
Really?
So I'm open. We're trying to figure it out.
See, that says something when like the children actually want the big wedding, right?
Yeah. By the way, that says a lot.
It does, right? I mean, again, I've been part of many blended families with like divorced parents, and like when the kids are pro a big wedding, that says a lot.
Thank you. I agree.